their first season now. I don't know. Wait a minute.
Because they're all
The
kids.
only one I know is Frank Button. He's a trainer.
He's the one.
He's dead.
What, extreme
now,
left.
You know that lady in the shop?
Mm-hmm.
She lived in the house where her son, his son, lived upstairs.
What's that say?
She told me in the shop.
Oh, that's interesting.
Now then, I don't know any of these. May, you should know these. You might know these. Oh, no, 1906. Of course you wouldn't.
I was just born.
I was just forgetting for a minute. Because she came from those parts. Now this lot. No.
Your brother's not on there, but Joe.
Oh no,
Joe.
he didn't come till 1912.
Yeah, he's on the next one. He's on the next one.
Oh yes, I got it now.
You got that one, haven't you?
Yes, I got him now. I can name all these players. Now then, out of this lot. Now then, there's Fred Button again. That's Button, London.
With the tash.
There's my brother. Mosky Mills. Albert Mitchell. Johnny Mitchell. Can't recall it. Half-back, what's his name? I won't look at the things. Farah.
Uh-huh.
Just Farah, isn't it?
I'm impressed.
That's Farah. That's the secretary of the club, Fatty Heath. Now, Fatty Heath, along with Dr. Clark.
Yeah.
Got Dr. Clark here.
I don't know if he's on there. Is he on the other one? He's not on the other one?
No. Wait a minute. No, he's not on here. But him, along with my brother and Dr. Clark, got the ground.
That was the Angus Dean
Yeah,
Lane,
I've got
was
it
it?
on secretary's got it here. Fatty
Yeah.
Heath. We called him Fatty. His father kept a boot shop and a repair shop down the bottom of the road where I live. Anyway, yes, they're a good photograph.
They're nice, aren't they?
Oh, yes.
Of course, that one's...
That's 19... Now, that team, I'm going to show you this team.
Yeah.
That team was the 1914 team that were turned off the ground at Horn Lane, Charlton.
Yeah.
That's where they were turned off.
What happened to that ground? Why were they turned off?
Because the government stepped in and it's now all petrol. Haven't you been down there?
Petrol, it's a petrol dump, is it?
It's great big petrol tanks all over the ground now down there.
No, I haven't seen it down there. I should go down and have a look, shouldn't I?
Have a look at that. Horn Lane, Charlton.
Yeah.
Fire station's all...
Yeah, they've got the fire
closed
station
up.
on the corner, yeah.
It's all closed up.
So it's down there behind the fire station?
Yeah, on the right of the fire station. Just go down there, you'll see all the tanks. They got turned off there in 1930. This is the team I first saw, my first match.
Ah.
I'll show you this again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
that's a more modern one. That's probably just pre-war,
Sammy
just
Bartram,
after the war.
Hobbes, Sammy Bartram, Hobbes. Can't place them all. No. That's Sammy Bartram, that's Hobbes.
What I like about
He's still alive.
He's done in this
Sammy's
war.
dead.
Yeah.
This was taken before the war.
Just before, I would have thought, yeah. He's got Georgie Green there at the back.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
he wasn't playing after the war, he'd finished by then.
No.
But it's the knees on there that get me.
Yeah, pity he wasn't named.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're very useful
They're
photographs.
nice, aren't they?
Yes, you've got to
Very
keep
nice.
them.
I've got to give them back to Joe next week.
Well, I've only got a few in here to show you in this actual book.
Yeah.
This is the 1914 team. This is the original photograph. I shouldn't think there's any in existence of that photograph. Original. That is the original photograph and original card. There's my brother at the top. That's the original photograph of the 1914 team.
That is marvellous.
Eh?
Oh, that's marvellous.
Yeah.
Was that taken the same time as this other one? that we've got
Well,
here?
I don't know. I can't tell you. I'll tell you that.
Which one was it? That one there, wasn't it? I think that's the same picture.
Where did they get that picture from?
Well, I don't know. His dad had that, you see.
Your dad?
No,
had it?
Joe Mayweather had that.
Well, he would.
Yeah.
His father would have it.
Yeah.
That's
where
it.
it come
That's
from.
where they got it from.
So it's the same
That's where
batch.
they got it. Now I
It's the
know
same
where
batch,
they
but those
come. I
two
was wondering
photos
where that
something.
photograph
Yeah.
came from. Now, there's my brother. There's the various Charlton teams through there. There's the... wait a minute. I'll come over there. I'll show you better then. This photograph is a photograph of the hut that they bought off the army. That's it.
Oh no, that is strange. That is strange. Even not going to believe me, I've got that one as well, but it's in very different condition to that.
Is it?
Very different condition. Yeah. I mean, it's a copy of I've got.
1990.
Oh, it's in all the undergrowth.
Oh yes, 1990. Now this one is 1921-22.
Mhm.
Now you see, there's no terracing.
No, just about.
That's it.
So what's that? That's at which end is that? Is that the cover? It's not the covered end, is
That's
it?
the end. That's the ground over on the Charlton Lane side, not the grandstand side.
No, so that's which was the covered end. I didn't realise they had a cover down there.
Now, if I was to take that out, you could read the names of them all.
Yeah.
But there's the ones that. Now then, this again is Charlton Athletic. What year? 1922.
Yeah.
There you are, 1922.
These are marvellous.
That's where they played the French team.
So where's this? Is this the grandstand, is it?
No, I don't know where this was taken in France or not. That was passed on to me, so it was my brother's wife. Now, don't know what that one is.
It's 30s, isn't it?
Oh, that's going back, yeah.
Les Bolter, Howard Orbis.
Yeah, that's right.
Sammy Bartram.
It's right there. It's back in the 30s, yeah.
Oh, Millwall after last Saturday,
Here's again. These are Millwalls.
These are Millwall,
That's
yeah.
when my brother joined Millwall.
Yeah.
He saved them from bankruptcy that year. If he hadn't gone
Yeah,
there,
so it's reading in,
Well, it's in
there.
here,
It says so
that's
in
right.
there.
That's
yeah.
right. That's the year that he went to Millwall. There's the Millwall team again.
How old was he when he joined Millwall?
Oh, now then, let me see. He joined Millwall in about 1921 was the first cup
He
tie.
left for
when-
Millwall in 1923.
He left Millwall.
He left to go to
1923.
Millwall.
Yeah.
Yeah, must have been.
So he was-
How old was he then? Oh,
When was he?
1923. Wait a minute.
He's about 30.
He's 11 years older than me. He's dead now, of course.
Yeah.
But wait a minute. He worked that one out. I can tell you presently. I'll get it. I've got it in the diary. Anyway, look. These are the Millwall players of that year. 24. Millwall.
Pair of shorts on him.
Yeah, that's a Millwall. Then we come over again. This is all years he was at Millwall.
Yeah.
Sitting Bull, because he played for Sitting Bull. But after he had
After his heyday.
yeah.
Someone looked pretty mean.
Sitting Bull.
Yeah.
Harold Office. Yeah, these are going back some years. But you're not interested in any of these. No,
Well, it's
these
nice
are the
seeing
players.
them,
These are the players I saw in my day.
Yeah.
That's the old Fulham goalkeeper, and these are some of the players. He was my brother's right half
Yeah,
at
I've heard of
Fulham.
him. I've heard of him.
He was a double international. He was
Yeah.
a cricket international. Now then, this fella, Cocker Fulham, he was a fine centre forward. He was a good centre forward. Reynolds was their other goalkeeper. Very good goalkeeper he was. That's Danny Shea. Now Danny Shea was the Irish international,
Yeah.
and he played in the Fulham team with my brother. And he was one of the players that my brother cooperated at the back end of the First World War to play matches for the wounded. He played. Yes, that's the another foreign Bert Smith at Tottenham.
Yeah.
Lovely
So the
player
name
he was.
rings a bell.
You wouldn't know these as cricketers when I was interested in cricket.
Yeah.
Famous Woolley and Harding. You interested in cricket?
Famous names, oh yeah.
Yeah, they're all cricket teams.
Sammy Bartram. Signed as well, eh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's
that's
lovely.
not so bad. I've got more interesting stuff to show you.
That's that.
I'll read one of them presently. Now then, let's get down.
That should be thrilled a bit.
Oh, she will. Nancy's only, his oldest daughter. She's just come back from Florida.
She's never tired of talking about her father's football career.
Oh, no.
Well, have a quick look at those. That's the valley today. That's the valley in April, actually.
Much to his disgust, he had 3 daughters and no sons.
One of the Nancy, the eldest daughter, should have been a boy. Fine player.
You see? Recognise that? It's the same
That's the
picture.
same photograph as I
Yeah,
showed
you see the one that I copied that off.
That's Johnny Mitchell. That's Albert Mitchell. That's my brother. Mosky Mills. Can't place You can't place him. George Farrer, Arthur Shepherd, worked with me. Lou Ellen, Jack Pleasance, Tommy Dowling. Can't place this fella. Can't place this. Of course, they're all dead now. We know that.
Yeah.
Franklin was the last of the
Was he?
1914 team that died.
Was he?
He lived in Westmount Road, Charlton. Westmount Road, Eltham. What's this?
These are the valley today.
Dressing room. Oh dear.
You see the sort of state it's in. It's very sad.
Dear, oh dear.
Very, very sad.
I don't know how the vandalism, how the vandals got into the place. They never had anybody.
Well, it was easy enough
died
for
in
me
it.
to get in. I just walked in through a gate. It was wide open.
Oh,
I just
dear,
went around with
look
my
at
camera, taking a few snaps. Just trying to see if there's any others here.
that. Oh, look at that toilet. What a disgrace. It'll take some money to put that right.
Oh god, yeah.
Terrible when you think what it was like, wasn't it?
Could have been one of the finest grounds in London. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah.
Could have been. If they'd have had the money in those days to have had the railway run from into the ground from where it is, just out. It's only about 300 or 400 yards away from the ground.
Yeah.
If they could have had the railway running in those days, Charlton would still be in place.
Well, the crowds they were getting then.
Oh, yeah. Gorgeous. Wouldn't recognise this ground in front of the stand.
It's a right mess, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, the terrace was going home when I went there. When I last went there. Terrace was going home then.
I mean, now it's even worse because these were taken in the sort of beginning of the spring, and now it's the pitch. Some places about 6 foot tall, bushes, all sorts down there.
Who wrote that on receding?
It was just lying there on the middle of the pitch. Couldn't resist it.
The work that was put into that ground.
Hopeful.
Oh, I think they will.
Yes. That's,
Oh, look at the back of that stand.
because the arsonist got in there and everything. I mean, it's just completely smashed up. I mean, all those sort of private boxes out at the top of the grandstand in the later years, they're all completely smashed up and
Now,
everything.
I was told it would cost around about $5 million to put it right. Whether that's right or not, I shouldn't be
I
surprised.
wouldn't be at all surprised if that's the amount of money.
No, whether the syndicate's willing to spend that sort of
Yeah.
money, I don't
Well, they've actually bought the ground now. I mean, two of the directors
The
together.
directors, they bought the ground.
Norris and Alwyn, the vice chairman, and Roger Alwyn, one of the directors.
They actually bought the ground.
They've bought the ground in conjunction with Lang Holmes put up the money, the property company,
Yeah.
and they bought it off Blickstein,
Oh, that's wonderful.
and so they actually own the land, and they've
Well,
actually
they're
put
not
in
going to
a.
let the land stand there because...
Well, they've already put in a planning application for the car park area all round behind the grandstand
Yeah,
for housing.
and they're going to...
The idea being they could raise some money that way.
Told me. Yeah, and the Greenwich Council, I understand, will grant permission provided that they allow the Charlton Club to play there.
Yeah.
I think it'll be given. I think
Oh, yeah.
The
Yeah.
Greenwich Club will do it. Greenwich
Well, it
Council.
seems.
They've given them a lot of money already, you know. They've given them over £300,000.
Well, they were very good to them, weren't they, before they left the
Oh,
valley?
yeah.
I mean, because they had Bill Strong, one of the councillors,
Oh,
actually on the board
yeah.
of directors.
Yes. Anyway,
Anyway, let's get back
we
to
got
there's the nitty gritty.
no good of yarning about the past. We've got to see what it is got in the present. Now, wait a minute.
Where's the
Now,
table?
this box is over 70 years
Move the
old.
table nearer to you.
That's all right. That's it.
There we go.
Just pull that down. These are government boxes, by the way. Yeah, which came from Garland Road. These are nothing to do with football, but these are my brother, who's also a Kent County bowler.
Uh-huh.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. There's County Cap.
Now, this is the first thing. He won this cap as a boy
Yeah.
for the Pick of London against the rest. Now,
Right.
that was the caps they used to give.
1906. What's the G stand for? What's the G stand for? Do you know?
Greenwich.
Greenwich.
He was the Greenwich boy that was picked.
Yeah.
The pick of London against the rest. Now there's my brother's medals he won for the Kent County Bowls.
Oh, yeah.
They're all Kent County Bowls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely now.
He was good at everything with the ball.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
a fine
he was
fast
a
bowler.
natural
Fine
sportsman.
fast bowler.
Yeah.
Tennis player, cricketer, footballer, bowls.
Anything with a ball.
Oh, they're lovely, they are.
No, he's my brother, I should say. In the years that I saw him play,
Yeah.
and I grew up with him. I should say he was the finest outside right in the London area, playing at that time of day. I'll tell you how good he was. I'll tell you a little card. You could put this in your book if you like. One year when the Scottish team, their outside right was badly injured. And my brother was contacted, could he be available? Now you'll see in front of his brother's name is Scotty.
Yeah.
Now then, this is a little bit of family history. We all believe that Dad was a Scotchman, that he was born in Edinburgh. Now then, the truth come out, because when the papers were sent to my brother, Scottish people sent them to the brother, Dad had to see him, and sign that he was Scottish. If his father was Scottish, he'd have been all right. And Dad wasn't Scottish at all.
So where was he born?
And it broke my brother's heart.
Yeah, I'm
He
sure.
had a chance to play for Scotland, but that's a little bit of history.
Yeah.
Well, at any rate,
Where was your dad born then?
Dad was born in Gillingham in Kent. But we all thought,
Yeah.
we all thought, long after Dad had gone, I found it out. And
Well, you must have
I
known
was
it
given
when-
some family papers.
Yeah.
I was going through them, and mother's wedding certificate, and it was on that. And all the family, every one of the family believed it. But where he got the name Scotty from, I don't know. He was known in Woolwich Arsenal when I was in Woolwich Arsenal. My father was known in those days as Scottish.
Yeah. Well, so Scotty Kingsley is one of the names that has kept cropping up, either through
Yeah.
older supporters
Well-
or through people whose fathers
That's it.
used to go down and watch Charlton in the early days.
That's it.
You
And
know,
it's
and with
true.
Scotty Kingsley
Because
and
he did
Albert
a lot.
Goodman and the Mitchell brothers
It's
are
Johnny and
the
Jim.
other sort of four names that keep
Yeah,
coming up and
that's
keep
right.
coming up.
They're all gone. All
Yeah.
gone. Anyway, now then, what's this lot? These are the pictures I wanted to show you, really. Some of this old stuff here. Oh, there's my brother again.
Yeah. I like the backdrop. It's totally inappropriate, isn't it, for a footballer sort of in a,
Yeah, today.
in a greenhouse with flowers
Altogether
growing all
different.
around. You see? That was wonderful.
Oh, yeah. When you see them then and look at them today,
It's
1950.
no comparison, is there?
1950. I'll go back long years before that. Anyway, we won't worry about that for the time we're in.
Who wrote this, as a matter of interest? Do you know?
I think is that the Kentish Independent?
It
Time?
just says to be, yeah, it's Kentish Independent, it says to be continued at the bottom.
Now, my brother wrote a story of Charlton Athletic for the Kentish Independent.
Uh-huh.
And
Could this be it? Or is that not it?
That's it.
That's what
Oh,
he wrote.
no, I don't know. That's
Yeah.
the story. It ran for a few weeks with the Kentish Independent. This is 1921-22, when Charlton turned professional. These are mostly newspaper cuttings and stuff.
when we went to the cup final at Wembley, we didn't. Was it Charlton?
Yeah.
Oh, I went. Oh, God. And then what did the guy go? Oh, because I followed Charlton with him
Yeah,
until we moved here.
yeah.
And then it was hard to get there, and he started going on a bike with the neighbour next door, but one was interested in football. So they went on bikes, and I finished going,
Some of the
and I've been there all my life.
Present day footballers want to see this. Oh, this is only one of many I'll show you.
Yeah.
See what he was getting. This was Sittingbourne when he joined Sittingbourne, 1928. Look at that, what money.
Princely sum of £3 a week.
Top rate in those days for the top.
That was and he wasn't getting nothing for the winter, for the summer.
No.
August the 11th to May the 4th he was getting paid that. And he wasn't getting anything for the
He'd
summer.
finished with a top class
He
play.
finished professional
Yeah.
football.
Uh-huh.
He was 40 when he went there.
Cool,
Was he really?
Yeah. I think his brother played his last match for Hendon,
Yeah.
and that's a thing I'm going to show you.
Yeah.
He was one of the 3 players of that particular period that the FA granted his status to go back as an amateur.
Yeah.
And I'll show you the.
Oh, he's the medals up there.
The what?
Medals Nancy brought.
Oh, those 2 medals, yeah. There. There's another old silly ball one. You're not interested in them.
No,
These are
it's nice.
newspapers.
It's nice seeing them because they're general interest.
Yeah. Some of the present day footballers are playing for about 2,000 or 3,000 a week. Want to see some of these
Yeah.
prices.
Right.
There's old Don Welsh. There's an old favourite. Look at this one.
Looks like
It's
nearly.
how it was given to
It's
me.
part
It's
of the-
years old. This
It's
is.
part of the cut final programme, isn't it?
Empire State Medley. Here's a old Don Welsh at the bottom there. He was a bloody fool. He was.
He got nicked for nicking cheese, didn't he, at the end of his...
Bacon.
Was it bacon, was it?
Yeah. Now then, don't know how many of these are in existence today. This is Fulham Football Club. Look at the team. Oh, yeah, we'll take the Fulham team of that year. Fulham versus Derby County. Now then, I'll tell you an interesting story about this. Look at the team and see the centre forward's name.
Fulham. Travers.
Well, young Travis at that time of day was a boy about 20.
Yeah.
Now, Fulham, at that particular match, they were lying second in the second division, and they had to go up to Port Vale. It was called Burslem Port Vale in those days. They had to go to Port Vale. Now, what went on between that boy and the captain of the Port Vale team just before the match, I don't know. But what he did do was this. He asked Port Vale captain to sell the match. This is true what I'm telling you.
This is Travers asked Port Vale
Travis.
to throw the match.
Now it was reported,
Yeah.
his club reported him to the FA, and he was drummed out of football,
Yeah.
and he went to Austria. That's the last I ever heard of him.
At the age of
But
20,
he was a good prospect.
he messed up his whole career just for a stupid thing like that.
He did. That's young Travis, yeah.
Yeah.
There they are. It's one of those things that
They do these silly things.
it used to be done in those days. Millwall played, I can tell you this, they used to run betting slips. And it used to go in for 3 draws, 4 draws and that. Millwall at that time of day had 16 consecutive draws. No kid, it was. I don't know what happened.
Someone medically.
I saw Tiny Joyce, that's going back a long way. I saw their famous goalkeeper. To take the penalties, he'd run from his goal to take the penalty.
What, the whole length of the field?
He weighed about 16 stone. Oh, he was no fool.
But I saw he made contact with that ball.
Yeah. We had their manager down at Charlton. He robbed them right and left.
Was that not
You
Rayner,
can't-
was
you
it?
can't repeat. No, Rayner. Oh, don't talk to me about Rayner. He come over from Croydon.
Oh,
Which one
he
you
was
talking
a
about?
right one.
Oh, he owed my brother £800. He never got
He
it.
got drummed out, didn't he? Didn't
I don't say he got drummed out. You can't say these sort of things
Yeah.
because you can prove it.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Some of his family's still alive, so it wouldn't.
I mean, the rumour has it that he burnt the books. I mean, I don't know if that's true.
Well, it was.
It was.
Now I'll tell you a story about that too. When war broke out, this last war broke out.
Yeah.
I was working in the Arsenal, at Garland Road, wasn't it? And of course, when the war broke out, every young man who was capable of doing a job, or he had to go in the army or do something,
Yeah.
and the boy who was the boy down at Charlton came to our place as a boy. He used to do things. Now, when he was up there, he told us this yarn. Goodman was playing then. He was a bloody rogue, that Goodman was. I'm not kidding you, he was. He said one afternoon down there was a fire
Yeah.
and it burnt all the records and everything.
This was.
He told us.
So who was the fight between? Goodman and.
Fire?
Oh, Fire. Sorry,
I
yeah.
said it aloud.
Yeah.
They burnt everything.
And who was involved in that? Was it just Rayner? or was
Goodman, no, Rayner came years after
It was
this.
afterwards. So
No,
before.
this was just after the war. Because Rayner, wait a minute, Rayner. Rayner was before the war. Rayner
Yeah.
was before the war.
1923,
This
wasn't it?
boy was. This happened after the war.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, well.
look at this paper. Football souvenir of the Kent Senior Cup amateur finals 1930. You're not interested in that. You want Charlton, don't you? So I want to
I was
show
going to
you.
say, if you go through all the others.
You can't. There's too much to. You keep concentrating on Charlton. Now then,
There we go. What we got there?
this is one of them. These are the agreements. You can quote some of these in your books if you like. Now this agreement with Charlton, it's dated 21st day of April 1921. Rayner was there then. He was
Yeah,
manager.
it's a signature. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got that. This is what he got. Yeah, read it. More, see some of these.
£4 a week.
That's a lot of wages there.
£4,
Top,
okay?
top internationals, their top wage was £10 a week. Do you know what Tommy Lawton got for his final? Got a clock and £15. No, I'm not kidding you. And he was one of the best centre forwards I've ever seen.
Mind you, this was on top of his job as well, though,
Oh,
wasn't
he
it?
wouldn't give up his job.
Yeah, it was
He was
right,
bowling
as
in the
well.
arse.
Yeah.
But luckily, they let him have the time off to play football.
Well, it was so easy in those days to get time off up at
Yeah.
Garland Road, so he got it.
Yeah, but I mean, in a lot of firms, they wouldn't have let him have the
You
time.
can quote any of these if you want to in
These
the
are
book about some of the low wage. Well, you can't say low wages because it was,
No, there was-
everything was low at that time
Well,
of
that's
day.
right, yeah.
You can't quote that, but you could quote some of the. Got my permission to quote some of these agreements if you want to. It's up to you.
These are absolutely fascinating.
Charlton. There's another Charlton programme. Here, who was the manager then? Angus. I can't read who was the. Oh, this is Millwall. Sorry.
Oh, it's Millwall.
Oh, that's Millwall. Well, take the Millwall when he went to Millwall. What was the wages then? Yeah, you can have a
Probably
look.
about the same, wouldn't it? Oh, £6 a week. It's a nice little rise.
Sitting ball.
Only 2 years
They're
later.
not interested in sitting ball. Alf left the club in 1922.
He left it?
1922, that's date. That's a supporters.
I'm desired by the members of the above association to express their something regret at your departure from the club and to say they wish you every success and good luck with your new team, and may you rest assured that your future will be watched with interest by every one of Charlton's supporters.
Would you like to take the dates of some of these?
Yeah, this was 17th of January 1922 from the Charlton Athletic Supporters Association.
There's another one from the same club.
Yeah, but last letters.
I wonder how many people have got enough programme as old as that.
Oh God. What date is
You
this?
ain't even got it.
1919.
Hey?
That's George Pleasant.
Yeah.
I said
Oh,
you
George
managed to
died
about got it.
about 4 years ago.
Yeah, well, his niece volunteers as a pensioner now, but she volunteers at the centre in Blackheath. Yeah, she comes in. She's in every
I think
Tuesday.
Jack died about 4 years ago. I'm not quite sure about his date of birth, date of death, but here we
His
are.
son's still kicking around, still around
Is he?
in the area. Yeah, yeah. How much was the sheet then?
Penny.
It was a penny.
Yeah, it was one following year.
And this, so for today's supporters who are attending our ground for the first time, we take
Where was that?
that's Kent League, December 21st, Christmas Day, 1919.
1920.
Ground adjoining Church Lane and Charlton
1919,
Lane.
it might have been when they got the ground. The season 1919, 1920.
Yeah.
I said 1920, but it could have been before 1920, the beginning of that season, 1919. It couldn't have been much earlier than that because
No, I don't
the war
think it
had
was.
only been over a little while. And there was nothing down there. That's when he was picked for the County Football Association to play in France.
Mm-hmm.
That,
I thought that's when he had that cap.
no, that cap was
The
for the pick of
schoolboys.
the schoolboys against the rest of England. That cap was.
English amateurs.
There's
can't-
not many of
can't
those
league.
programmes in existence today
Oh,
either.
these need to be
I
looked
say
after.
you
These
nearly
do.
haven't got them.
They need to be looked after. They do. Very many thanks to mechanics as play in France for
Now,
this weekend.
this is a bit wrong, this one. History and highlights of the Charlton Athletic Football Club 1903-1946. They didn't start till 1906, mate. Not 1903.
Anyway, I've seen that before. They've got a copy of that up at the museum.
That's right.
In the exhibition up there. They've got a copy of that one.
Have they?
Because I mean, they say in here that they started under the name of East Street Mission and then Blundell Mission.
They could have done. But as Charlton Athletic, they
Yeah,
started in 1906. Those boys could have started round there.
Yeah.
On the old Siemens, as I told you
Following
once
year,
before,
the name was made.
they used to play on the ground where Siemens building was.
Siemens was built on that ground.
Yeah, Siemens. Well, these lads started on that ground before the Siemens building was put there. They said 1903, but I'm only going back when they were called Charlton Athletic. It was 1906.
1906 was
Alf
actual.
joined them in 1912. Alf joined them from St John's Blackheath. And by the way, I went into a pub, and on the wall it says Blackheath Football Club.
Yeah.
You know what date it was? 1898. Yeah. Blackheath Football Club, 1898. They had about 4 or 5 old photographs, including the Blackheath rugby team that played at the Rectory Field.
Oh,
yeah. But there's a few old players in this book. This one is the Andy book, 1932-33.
I haven't seen that one. So this would have been back in the second division. No, back in the third division, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
28. They went up to the second, didn't they? And then they came back down again.
28. No.
Was it 28? Or was it 32?
28. They were in the Kent League for a few years.
Well, they joined the third division in 1922, 23. Got elected, didn't they?
Well, it was later than that. I might be wrong.
It'll be in here anyway. So
see if it says it in there. I thought it'd be round about 1925, 26.
Let's say it all in here.
You've had all
1921, 22.
Yeah, that's
third
right.
division, southern section.
That's right.
And
that's the third division today.
And then they were in the second division, 29, 30.
They went down from the second division.
Yeah, this was end of this season. They went down.
That's right.
End of that season.
That's it. Now then, let's have some of these other stuff. Yeah.
George
You're not
Robinson.
interested in this. That's my father when he was in the West Indies.
Shall I put all them in that envelope?
No,
What you've had?
I'll put them back presently. Wait a minute.
Oh, it's marvellous that all these have been kept.
Yeah.
Joe Jolvin, Angie Yardley. Oh, that's the concert hall at the Warren. That was the supporters club headquarters, was it?
Yeah. You can remember this in your book. That Charlton, after the war, long before the ground came, played at Fairfax. What's the name of that in Charlton Village?
Fairfield?
Fairfield, for a little while. Pound Park.
Yeah.
They went from Pound Park down into the valley.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that, but it's true.
Mm.
Now listen. Permission is given to Alfred John Kingsley, a player who formerly played as a professional for Sheffield United and can now play with the Hendon Middlesex club. Upon the following conditions: a player must not receive any remuneration or consideration for playing. He may only receive his expenses. The player shall not sign a professional registration form until he has received permission from the football. That's when he was made an amateur. And not that, at that time of day, I remember Al telling me, there was only 3 professionals ever granted it at that time of day.
This was 1933. So he was what? He must have been over 40 then. And he's still playing for...
Let's work it out. I have an idea that my brother was born in 1891. Now, I'm 11 years older than now, and I was born in...
He's 11 years older than you.
He's 11 years older than
Well,
me.
86.
And I was born in 1902.
97.
97. 1897, and what's
No,
that?
he would have been 97.
Now? Yes,
Yeah.
he would have been. Oh, yes.
So we're taking this as going back 55 years.
Yeah,
So he'd have been 42.
round about there, yeah.
Still playing at 42, ain't bad going.
Yeah.
Not bad going at all.
And do you know the the LCC building on Westminster Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about it?
What, County Hall?
The County Hall.
No.
You ever looked up the front of the building?
Yeah.
Well, it's got a
Cupid.
a model of Cupid. It stands about 4 to 5 feet high.
Mm-hmm.
And the man who designed it and created it and actually built it was a man named Coles. He was our milkman. But it was his son.
Yeah.
It was his son that did it. He was
Designed it.
he designed it and made it. Made it at Cheltenham, by the way. Well, when it was made, if you see it, it was pointed out at the time. All the London newspapers pointed out. He put the arrow, the bow and arrow, is it, or whatever it is, Cupid carries. Put it in the left hand. It should have been in the right hand. Right. Now, him and my brother sat for an examination.
Mm-hmm.
He was brilliant. My brother was brilliant as a designer.
Yeah.
And he beat him. He came top, but my father couldn't afford to let him go on.
Very dry.
Dear. Yes, that's. What's this one? Millwall Football Cup, 1923.
Well, you're not interested in Millwall?
No, not really. But I was only showing you this.
Yeah,
Some of the money you'll get. They were getting in those. This is 1923.
That one he was on £6 a week then.
1923.
I've got a £5 bonus on signing.
They don't sign under about £50,000 a day or something like that.
Wouldn't even cover their expenses today, would it?
Because there's a lot of money in those days. This was the City Ball one, 31, yeah, 1931 City Ball. Anyway, there. Now then we come to what's left here. You wouldn't remember these, but this is a book that used to be issued every year, what we call a Sporting Life. Now that chap who came down saying he was the chairman of the supporters club, and he said he was a journalist, which I never believed, but anyway, he came down.
Can you be able to remember his name yet?
Can you remember his name? I didn't believe him. Honestly,
It wasn't Cameron, was it?
No, I don't know, I can't remember his name.
What did he look like?
A man about 50.
Yeah. Big built?
Yes, he was in here for about 3 hours one night. He wanted me to sell him these.
Yeah.
I said, you're not getting any of them, so that's it.
Not.
Now listen, this was called the Athletic News. It was published once a year. Now I've got them. 1921-22. That's all the professional teams in the league. All the professional teams in the league. 1921-22. 1919-1920.
You collect these when you were a lad, did you?
Oh, yeah. But no, my brother had
brothers?
this stuff has been handed over to me.
Yeah.
Well,
You heard about George Camsell, English centre forward.
No.
Oh, great centre.
George Camsell, no.
There you are. This is these years. No, this one is 1928, 27. He was in his prime then. 1931-32. 1931-32.
So what were they? Division 3, weren't they then?
Yeah. I'll put them all in order. 1925.
That's the turn.
1924-25. 1953-54. Charlie Buchan, because you've heard of him. That's that year.
Charlie
He
Buchan,
was,
yeah.
he was
Yes,
playing
of course.
great games, he was. 1926.
I know why he was trying to get you to sell these. I mean, you probably know why as well. Because he knows he could get would have been packet for him.
You could.
Yeah, absolutely. You
These
hang on
are-
to them.
They don't do these.
No.
These haven't been done since the war.
Yeah, well, it's just their rarity value. They're same with programs. Those two little programs you've got there, even though they're...
You take a photograph or whatever you want to do
Yeah,
about
I will
them.
do.
Yes,
I wouldn't dream of taking anything away.
No,
and I'm not going to ask you. I'm not going
to take a photograph of anything you want. And
well, I wouldn't. I mean, as I say,
in your book.
I mean, those sort of things I really need to sit down and read. But maybe another time I could come back and have a look through them.
Yeah, certainly.
But
it'd take a long time to go through all that stuff.
But as I say, I mean, I wouldn't.
You're always welcome to come here.
I wouldn't dream of putting you in the position of to say no. You know,
no,
I mean,
that's all right.
That's not my style.
No, most of this stuff now I'm showing you belongs to other clubs, but this is all cricket to do with cricket. Yes, it's all cricket.
It's all the cricket stuff.
It's our cricket team. We've had a fine cricket team. I played for them in the later years.
You're not on this one then?
No, let's speak before my time up there.
Mm.
No, none of this stuff here would interest you.
So, is that your brother?
Shows. Looks like him.
Middle row?
That's his brother. Johnny Stout. He played for Charlton and all.
Did he?
Not for long.
Yeah.
Johnny Stout. Yeah, all these players. Yeah. All dead now. All gone.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway, that's it. Now, you're welcome to take any photographs of these.
Okay.
I think photographs of those programmes and the photographs.
A sample of one of the contracts.
Yes, well,
certainly.
You're welcome to have that.
But what I'll do, because I mean I've got the standout size quite big, so I'll do that right at the end, if that's all right with you. I mean, but what we'll do now is
I'll give you a drink. I reckon you could do with it.
Yeah, well let's have a
I
drink.
could yap all night about it.
It's worth a couple of pictures.
They had an old shed and a bucket of water, and I saw my first match down there. My brother took. I was 12 years of age.
Mm-hmm. How long had he been playing for them when you went down there for the first time?
That would be 1913-14 season 6. He'd been playing about 6 to 7 years. They shared the ground with a club called Deptford Invicta.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah. What was what were the? So there were no facilities there at all. Where did they used to
change?
change?
Oh, no, old shed and a bucket of water. Just that's all they had. Yeah. I used to share the ground with, as I say, with Deptford Invicta.
And what sort of crowd would they have got down there for their matches?
200 or 300.
Yeah.
So I tell you some time.
And there was no admission charge or anything like that?
Yes, there was.
There was.
I think it was threepence and fourpence. I forget now. I forget now. I didn't have to pay. My brother took me in.
Yeah.
But I can remember it. Yeah. Old Fred Button with the water. Yes, used to come off the field and just wash their bloody heads.
Bloody showers.
Well, they did in those days. Got money. Hadn't got any money.
Now the nickname, the Addicts, that had sort of come
the
about
Addicts
before
came
then?
from a fish shop.
Yeah.
Now, in one of the roads,
East Street.
No, not East Street. It wasn't. The fish shop was facing Siemens's, mate.
No, it was in East Street.
Was it actually in East Street? I thought it was in Manaway.
No, it wasn't in the Manaway. I lived in the street, so I know.
Yes, well, you should know. Yes, I can't remember it all like that. But anyway, that was a fish shop.
Mm-hmm.
Where they played on the ground outside there.
Mm-hmm.
Bardens lived next door to the fish shop.
The fish shop used to sell haddocks and all that. The kids couldn't say addicts, they used to say. But, you know, and that word stuck with them, addicts.
Bardens lived next door to the fish shop.
That's right. In those days, Button did, yeah. Freddie Button. A good footballer his son was, by the way. He was a good footballer. Yes.
And that was ongoing when you were going down there for the first time? Were they still going over to that fish shop then?
Yes, I was only a youngster when that happened.
You didn't go when that...
Oh no, not in
then.
those days. I was a youngster then, because that was happening long before 1914.
Yeah.
And then, my first match, as I say, was 1913-14 system when the war broke out and they had to get off the ground. Government collared the ground, had to get off of it.
Can you remember the result?
No.
I don't think no. I mean, strange.
I can't remember.
Very few people can actually remember the first game they saw.
No, I can't remember anything. I don't even remember the team they played.
Do you remember how you felt when Big Brav said, "Come
"Oh,
on,
you thought of it well, dear Big Brav, when you went to school, well, you know."
Well, you've never stopped thinking of the world of your big brother.
Oh no, he was.
That's why they gave him all this, because he was so interested.
Yes, he was a good footballer. I'm not going to say it because it's my brother, but you'll find everybody that knows him will say the same thing.
Well, as I said,
he was a brilliant outside right, and he could run fast. He could dribble the ball with both feet. He had a terrific shot. And I'll tell you what his downfall at Millwall was. I got a sister. She's dead now. And it was the first time she'd seen how I play football since his school days. And she was up here on a visit to us, and with her husband. And Alf said, "Why don't you come over to Millwall?" Millwall were playing Stoke.
Yeah.
You know what type of ground it is, or it was in those days. It was damned awful, I can tell you that. And just before half time, he got the ball, and he was running towards the goal, and he was a very good player on a what you might call a dead ball shot. You know, first time.
Yeah.
And he hit this ball. It was a cup tie match against Stoke, and it just went past the post, and the crowd, they went bloody mad.
Yeah.
They threw bottles all over the place at the team. Yes.
For a beer bottle at him.
And he told the Millwall directorate, "I shall never play on this ground again," and he didn't. And he didn't.
Not a home match.
So he could afford to stay because he had another job.
That was at the
It was actually at the Den, Millwall.
Because,
I've been on that ground. Been in some real trouble. I've seen that with the Charlton supporters. Oh yeah.
He only
I don't know whether you knew anything about the Millwall team of those days. Do you remember a player called Dallimore?
No, it doesn't mean anything to me.
Brilliant outside right, but a proper little scrubber.
Yeah.
He was a proper little scrubber. But as a footballer, he was brilliant.
Yeah.
Really brilliant. Then he had a one-eyed fella, what they called him. He used to play the organ.
Yeah.
A lot of the old people could tell you this, but still, that's all about Millwall.
But I mean, the thing that's always been drummed into me about Millwall, especially matches when Charlton were involved, that the Millwall crowd are always a rough crowd.
That
Oh,
and Brentford.
yeah.
We went over to Brentford. We used to go over in coaches, the old coaches with the rubber tyres and that.
Yeah.
And we were stoned out coming out of Brentford match.
Yeah?
So we were stoned, yeah.
I mean, because so many people these days think that violence at football matches is a new thing.
There was violence.
But it ain't.
No, 1 minute. It wasn't so much the violence. It wasn't the violence like we got today. You know, I mean, so you got it on the terraces today badly. It didn't have it too much then. It was a certain amount, but nothing like this to what you got today. Oh yes, yeah, the rough times.
Yeah, because I mean, well, people
But if anything happened on the field, they showed it. You know.
They
reacted to it.
Had a brother was playing once in the second division, Fulham I think it was, and I forget what team it was he was playing about, and he was kept beating his halfback, and his halfback come up to him and said, "Don't do that again, I'll break your legs." He said, it's my living the same as yours." It's true. I say it went on then.
Yeah.
But,
So Alf only played away matches for Millwall, didn't he?
after that, he only
After
played
that?
there, and he left it after the season.
He wouldn't play
I
on.
don't blame him. I mean,
Oh, that's true.
Getting
It
bottles
used
thrown
to
at
go on. I saw it.
Yeah.
I seen it.
it's from missing a shot.
One of the Charlton players, a brilliant back he was. You've heard all about.
Who's that?
What was his name? Very clever with the double kick. Oh dear. The other fella was named Llewellyn. I can't actually recall his name for the moment, but he was a bugger.
Yeah.
Players wouldn't get near
Wouldn't
him.
be Smith, would it?
No. Oh,
Or,
Norman Smith, a good player he was.
Baden,
Baden
Herod.
Baden Herod. No, not him.
No.
After him. What was his name? Don Wells was playing in that team then.
I know.
Oh,
Should
they
go
wouldn't go
with-
near him. Wouldn't go near the Charlton.
Because Norman Smith was playing for years, wasn't he?
Oh,
He was,
early days after the First World War. Norman Smith and Baden Herod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after that, it was Smith and.
This fellow I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I can't think of his blooming name for a moment. Cool, you ought to see his double kicking over his head, you know, and all that. No, but he'd go for anybody. Go for anybody. Don't matter who he was. Oh yes,
Well, I
Charlton
know
Network.
who you mean. It's on the tip of my tongue
I
as
can't,
well.
I can't recall
It's
his
a bit
name for the moment.
complete-
At any rate,
There's a list of players.
what's his name now? Oh, he was a bugger, he was.
If there's not, is there an alphabetical list in there?
We had another young player. I don't know what become of him and why he left Charlton. He was only a boy, about 17. His name was Martin. Young Martin.
Martin. What was his first name? Can you remember?
No, can't tell you his first name. Played inside right.
No, his name hasn't come up.
Then we had another really brilliant outside left that took the place of Harold Hobbies. He left Charlton after a number of years there, and he became an accountant. Very clever boy he was. He's an accountant.
Who's that?
I forget his name now. I can't
Outside
remember.
left replaced Hobbies.
I can't remember. But it's all in here. What's that chap's name? Back.
Just trying to think. It was Smith and Arid, and then there was Smith and
Norman Smith and Baden. What's his name?
Hang on, I'm sure I've got it here.
You must have. Then we had
I've got some
another
photographs
one
here.
at Charlton you can bring in your book about Armitage.
George Armitage.
He committed suicide, you know that?
No, I didn't know that. No.
Oh yes, he did committed suicide.
How long ago was that? I mean,
years ago.
was it soon after he was playing?
Played for Charlton some seasons. George Armitage, another man committed suicide. Another man, who was it now?
Well, there was one very recently, wasn't there? There was Stuart Leary killed himself.
Well, yes.
Just a couple of weeks ago.
That was after this.
Here, this one. This is from 1932, and there's Vickers and Baker, the two backs.
Yeah.
There's neither of those two names.
What was? No, before that.
This is 1932, so.
No, it goes. One of the great players of the Charlton team he was.
Was it someone
He
like?
was left back. Oh dear, I can't remember it offhand. Wait a minute. Pick it up in here, one of these. Here you go.
This wasn't you at the cup final, was it?
It's 21.
Oh no.
You went to that cup final.
Yes,
that's
we
the
was
46
that.
one.
Oh,
46 and 47. Charlton went up to two successive seasons. One against Derby County and the other against.
do you remember us going down the town hall at Woolwich, you know,
Yeah.
when the team came there?
Yes, when they came
the
home, oh yes.
And the
Wellington Street,
excitement.
Oh, it was, yes.
Wasn't it wonderful,
Were
though?
they on an open top coach or something, were they?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
remember.
came back and
Yeah.
they went. Was going to go into the Woolwich Town Hall, you know, after the reception, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, it was wonderful. Yeah. Oh, it was lovely, isn't it?
And we've got on here. We've got Joe Joblin. You've been nothing with Joe Joblin.
Oh, Joe Joblin was a halfback.
So he did play at the back sometimes, occasionally.
Very good.
Yeah.
And of course, Tommy Downing. When Tommy Downing came into the team, Tommy left the club and went to America, and they broke his leg out there, because I can remember in the factories, Johnson Phillips and Troughton and Sims and everything, or collection every Saturday to bring him home. We paid.
To get him home.
People had paid to bring him home. They brought him home from America. Poor old Tommy lost his leg.
Yeah.
He got a job in a tailor shop at Woolwich. East one long ago, Tommy Downing. He played half-back for Charlton. Tommy scored the first goal in the league.
Is that right?
Yes, he scored the first goal, Tommy Downing did, half-back.
That was what, 1921, was it?
Or
22.
I suppose
Yeah, it must be around about that time.
That Lily Merriweather that I work with,
That was her daughter.
yeah, but what is she to this Merriweather now?
Well, I don't know
Would she
whether
be a sister?
might. Well, you're talking about.
Was she Joe Merriweather's daughter?
No,
No, his daughter.
You say you
She
work
used to
with
go
him.
to Charlton every Saturday.
Could be Joe, the old Joe's daughter.
Well, if it is,
Because you're talking about.
Oh
when you-
yes, it would be the old Joe's.
Yeah.
Lily Merriweather.
Yeah, probably the mother of the boy now.
Because they used to think we were balmy at work, because she went to Charlton every week.
Yeah.
And you know, we used to talk about Charlton and what happened on the Saturday.
Yeah,
and
well,
that.
because the chap I met today was actually Joe Merriweather, old Joe Merriweather's son, who's now in his 60s.
Yeah,
Well,
would be. That would be.
Oh no, she'd be sort of I'm nearly 83,
Yeah.
so she would be his sister, wouldn't she? What would she be? Well, how old was he who used?
Well, Joe Merriweather died in 1977, aged 95.
That's his son.
So he would have been
His eldest
105.
son. There was more.
Well,
than-
she would have been his. Would she have been his daughter?
Could be, yes. I should reckon she's over 60.
Between,
Well, over 60.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
because she.
Well,
used
going
to
by your age, and you work with her.
Yes.
Well, then
Because
you give you some idea.
obviously the Joe Merriweather I met today, he must have come on quite late because his dad must have been in his late 30s or 40s when he had him. I think. So maybe there was a gap between the brother and sister.
Yeah.
Like there was between
Oh,
you and
yeah.
your brother.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, well, she went to Charlton every Saturday. She was like me. We used to have half days. If it was midweek match, Mum, I used to think I was raving mad.
Well, you heard of the firm Johnson Phillips, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it was so easy in those days. I'm not kidding you. I lived opposite there in those days. When Charlton were playing at home, we just went in, we went back after dinner.
Clocked
1
on.
Clocked on. Yeah, that's all right. And then come out the back and went down
When the
Charlton, back
football
again. They
match.
didn't miss us. Okay.
And that was that going on all the time? Was it?
God.
Next to everyone.
Yeah.
The old fiddles, eh? So I mean, during the First World War, the football stopped, didn't it? The
They
club was
stopped
suspended.
that. Stopped it. It was all suspended.
Yeah.
And it started in a small way all over England. About the latter part of 1918, there was a lot of clubs like Charlton, that had been stopped, and they arranged matches for the wounded.
Mm-hmm.
And I can always remember one of the matches was at Dulwich Hamlet,
Mm-hmm.
when the England's amateur centre forward, Edgar Cale, Alf went to, when they played that match at the old ground at Champion Hill, Dulwich, Champion Hill, the old ground, we've got another ground now. After the match, the directors approached my brother to come and play for Dulwich Hamlet. Do you know what they offered him? You won't believe this. Offered him a Ford car. Wait a minute. Edgar Cale got the same.
Yeah.
And he got a house out, Edgar Cale did. Yes. Because he was the amateur English.
These were in the amateur days.
Oh, he's an amateur.
So the backhanders were going.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you something interesting. And a lot of people won't remember this. You know the anti-Galligan?
Mm-hmm.
Down the bottom of Church Lane.
That's
That's a pub.
Yeah.
Round the side of that, it's been taken away now. It was a gentleman's toilet.
Mm-hmm.
In there, they used to play the Charlton players out there on a Friday night. No, I'm not kidding. This is history. This is fact. Oh yes.
what are they paying there for?
Well, because they shouldn't receive.
Shouldn't be getting money.
They
It's a
were
little bit
bloody
suspicious though.
amateurs,
All
really.
these men walking into these loos.
You've got to remember, in those days, none of the Charlton players, I'm going back a
Because they
long
weren't
while,
professional till 1920, were
nothing
they?
professional then.
Or amateur.
They were all amateur. They shouldn't have got any money.
Oh.
But that's nothing to go by. But it's interesting to know that.
So at the end of the First World War, they were starting to play these sort of charity games for the
That's
wounded.
right. And
And
towards the end of 1918,
Yeah.
and this business of Charlton's ground didn't occur till late 1919. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
It was late 1919 when my brother and Fatty Heath and Dr. Clark went up to London. I don't know where they got the information about the old ladies owning the ground, but it was two old ladies that really owned that ground.
Yeah.
I don't know how they come to own it, because it was all swamps. There was about 6 or 7 old cottages across the ground where the building is, that building place is now. And it was £75 a year, I think, rent.
Mm.
And the three of them paid the rent between them. That's how the ground started.
And what
Oh,
about?
no.
And
I
what,
remember you
Like
rolling the
You
cinders.
see, my brother, when we lived at Charlton, my
Yeah.
brother lived next door to a Greenwich councillor. This is where it came in handy.
Mhm.
And his influence at that time of day got the council at Greenwich to give us, I don't know whether they paid for them, I couldn't
Yeah.
tell you, loads of clinkers to fill all the ponds in.
Yeah.
The ground was levelled off and they had to fill all the ponds all over the place. And they filled it all in.
Was there a natural sort of flat space there?
Oh yes,
For-
but
for a
it's all
pitch, 'cause it was
all
an old-
like,
But it was
rubber
all
ground,
swamp.
gravel,
Gravel pit, was it? Is that
and it
right?
was all ponds. And that we were
Yeah.
forbidden. My father forbidden us to go over there, but we did. We used to play over there.
I used to
So-
call it the swamps.
You used to play over there when you were kids then, so
Yeah.
before Charlton ever went there.
Oh yeah, it's long before Charlton ever went there.
Yeah.
And this fella got the steamroller, the loan of the steamroller, and it used to come over there of an evening, especially in the summer evenings of that particular year, and they rolled it all out flat, one thing and another, and that's how it started.
Yeah.
And then they had some ropes around the ground, and they bought that army hut.
Yeah. Which still
That's
was
it.